I better put that there as well. We have got some stuff. Right, just going to make sure everything is working. The old sound check. Yes, 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 it is freezing. It is freezing. Just going to quickly do a sound check. Making sure everything is working fine and dandy. Yep, it's working. It is working. So, just bear with me. I'm just going to get some stuff because we're going to finish off the grandstand that we did yesterday. So I've got a couple of things I've got to finish off there, and we've got some cars to look at. And I thought I'll bring in some parts and pieces that we haven't actually had a look at yet. So some add-on wheels. And yes, I am behind the camera. I'm just getting some stuff sorted out. Sorry. And some people are asking some questions about how the digital function works. So we'll have a look at that again today. And we're going to finish off one more part of the pub. The pub. Because I have to finish off the pub. And then it's done. All right, where are we at? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I know we only got a couple of people in. We will work through it. We've got a heap of parts to look at as well today. Some stuff to talk about, what's coming to the channel when it comes to a very exclusive slot car, which I just found out I'm getting, which is exciting. And I'm just going to quickly fix this. Oh yeah, sort of quickly fix this. I'm going to put you guys on the side. We didn't do it like this yesterday, but at least you can see what I'm doing instead of being in front of the camera straight away. So I'm going to put you guys there. I've got a little camera over here so I can actually see comments. I was going to quickly fix this door because then we're done with that scenery side of things for that actual kit. But I've lost the glue. I have lost the glue. Oh, here it is. Here it is. We've got a delivery coming in. Maybe. Oh, we've got a delivery. Is that for us? Every time I go live, we get a delivery, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if that's going to be for me. So let me just quickly fix the shroud around this door, and I'm going to show you some rims, because some people asked about aftermarket stuff for cars. Oh, I hear a door. Hold on. Stand by. Let's see if it's for me. Just listen to see if he rings the doorbell. Ding dong. Oh, it's quick. He's closed the door. No doorbell, all good. So I'm going to put this window shroud on, set that aside, and that's going to be pretty much our pub done, which we'll have a look at later on, if you didn't see it yesterday. And thanks to those that came to yesterday's stream. We will have some cars going around track today. Next week, we'll probably have some more racing. I've got some stuff coming from Carrera, some new cars from Carrera, so that's exciting. And we do have to quickly build some steps for the grandstand. So whilst I am talking and waiting to see if YouTube throws this out to more people, I'll quickly start building some of these steps because I've got to get these done. And then the grandstand is finito, which is what we want. We want it to be finished so we can move on. And I did speak to the brand, the racing room. If you haven't checked out my socials, I did put up a video which was sent to me by them of them building pretty much the grandstand, what we built yesterday, but on an epic scale, like a converted modular. So if you haven't checked that out, go check out my socials, Instagram, Facebook, and I think it was on TikTok. Yep, TikTok as well. It is huge. So we've got some stuff coming soon. I've got to go on the website and choose some new buildings and some new items. I believe they've got some coming soon stuff happening as well, so we may actually get our hands on that pretty early. So they've been really, really friendly, so thank you guys. So we are just quickly building some steps. Hello guys, we've got 31. I'd love to see some more likes. It'd be really, really nice of you all. If you could put some more likes out. It does help get this video out to more people because we've got a lot of stuff to get through. I am trying to stream daily. So if you are enjoying this, please give it a thumbs up. Check out my videos. I haven't done videos for a couple of weeks, but we'll get back into that soon. But at the moment, we're hitting the lives, baby. So just quickly building some of these steps. I will show the camera. So we're building these little guys. These are the steps from the good old, what did we do yesterday? Grandstand. So I'm just going to quickly build some of these and then we'll put that project aside and I'll quickly show the finished product. It looks wicked. It is so cool. It is really, really cool. So quickly glue some of these together. And then next week, a video will drop about hobby brand cars and toy cars. A little bit controversial in the hobby, but I'm going to do a quick video about the differences that I believe makes a car a hobby grade car and a toy car. And it's not going to be about money, because a lot of people rate it all on, oh, it costs this much, it's got to be a hobby. No, I don't agree with you. All right, done. So let's build one more big step, and then I'll quickly show you guys where we're at. And then we'll take a look at some cars. Oh yeah. We'll rip a car apart. We'll rip a couple of cars apart so I can show you the internals of some of these different brands on how they decide to make their cars. It is quite interesting when you see different brands tackling slot cars. So those two steps are done. I'm just going to put that aside there. And an off build, we're going to actually build these separately. And let me know where you're from in the chat. We've got 58 people watching. Let me know where you're from. Whereabouts are you watching? Are you in Europe? Are you in Australia? Are you in America? Are you in the UK? Where are you? Does that make sense? Where are you? I was looking for a couple other parts in here, and then I'll move the box out of the way. And it is freezing here in Austria. Absolutely freezing. I'm risking it today for you guys. I'm out here in the in a very cold autumn day. It is friggin' freezing. So let's move that out of the way so you can see more of what I'm doing. South Africa. South African, okay. B-Rads, NorCal. I've been to NorCal. NorCal's incredible. California, let's talk about that. 2023, I went to the Electric Dreams, what brand race was it? Slot It? I think it was Slot It. I went with Maurizio. He was nice enough to send me over there, and we bunked together. It was actually a lot of fun. And I was very, very surprised. I enjoyed California. It was awesome. The food was incredible. I mean, I've never been to America. I was thinking it was going to be, and I mean, it sounds rude, but I guess it's what people think when they watch, although it was going to be like fried food and everything. No, it was incredible. Incredible food. Had lots of Brazilian chicken. Pretty much like where I'm from, Melbourne, Australia, very cultural. So you got every walks of life there, which was really good to see. I mean, I'm a big fan of, different flavors. So that was really, really cool. Had a ball in 2023. That was a good year, really good year in California. Went to the UK also in 2023 for the Slot Car Festival, which I'm going to try and go next year. It is an expensive venture. So if you do want to see that, let me know. I'm going to try and go there and see some new products and talk to some of the brands again that I've been reviewing their stuff of, but it is quite expensive to get there, but we'll see. We'll try and mark that down. And then another big ticket item I believe I will have an invite to is the German Toy Festival, which is freaking huge. It's in March, and it's in Nuremberg, not Nürburg, not the Nürburgring, but I think it's Nuremberg. I think that's how you say it. And I'm only a 4-hour train trip from that, so I'm going to try and go to that next year. Really cool toy fair. If you're a slot car fan, an RC fan, a DIECAST car fan, it's the biggest. I think it's the biggest toy festival in the world. Could get that wrong, but that's where they release all new items for the toy, like the toy companies to buy. Really, really cool. Canada, Germany. Hello, Germany. In the UK, 9 a.m. Oh, it's 9 a.m. Oh, it's only 1 hour behind me. UK. That's I didn't know that. I thought you guys were way, way behind. Okay, awesome. Awesome, because I'm used to Australian time, but because I'm in Europe, I keep forgetting it's actually not as friendly being here time-wise for America than it was when I was in Australia. I found I could connect with American times a lot easier being in Melbourne. So I am still getting used to the time frames, to be honest. But yeah, okay, the UK is only 1 hour behind. And that was awesome. Going to the UK was sick. So we're just building quickly some steps here. I know it's quite boring. We will speed up the stream in a minute. But I'm just going to get some of these step downs. I don't know why I keep going back to the box. It's right in front of you, Trev, you dickhead. Yeah, 10 a.m. So you're in Nuremberg. So you're where the toy fair is. Is that right? Spinmafode? Is that how I say it? Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. So next week we'll get some racing happening. I'm going to try and get out a schedule so we can start doing some proper racing where you guys choose the car, and we'll see if we can get some real good stuff happening. Start pushing the racing. I'm going to have like a league so we know when we're going live. Carrera, I spoke to them yesterday. They were pretty happy with the views. They saw the live streams. So they're pretty happy to send some more digital cars. So we're going to have a fair few more cars very soon to add to the fleet for the Carrera digital system, which allows me to race with more brands. And then obviously we'll do streams where we're showing off new stuff. And we do have a stack of cars, so don't go anywhere. We do have a stack of cars off camera here, which we haven't seen yet on our live stream. So I'm going to show you a couple of different brands. Unfortunately, I don't have every brand. I am trying to work around that because these do get sent to me, and to buy, other brands on top of these ones I've got is quite expensive. So if you do hang around whilst I get this boring part out the way, just so I can get this done, we will then look at some different brand cars and their chassis layouts, and then we'll put them around the track. Oh shit. Because I know people want to see this rock and roll. Yeah, it's in the city. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I haven't been. I was meant to go, I think it was 2024 before I flew back home. It must have been 2023 because I was meant to go actually with Marco from Electric Dreams. And remember, this is 2023, years ago. I was meant to go and meet, they had me a pass to go as a guest for them. And unfortunately, I was actually pretty crook. COVID was still pretty strong over here then, and I think I actually got COVID pretty bad then. Well, when I mean bad, it's not enough to sort of feel well to go to another country. But I will try and make my own way there next, I think it's March. The Spielwehr, how do you say it? Is it the Spiel something? The Spiel, not the Spielberg. Finley, hello, mate. Ninko 1969, hello, mate. Hello, Ninko. Great name, great brand. We need to bring that back. Let's talk Ninko. We need to bring Ninko back. It's probably a bit past their time now, but we really do need to bring Ninko back. It's a bit of a fan favourite of a lot of people. I know that's probably your name, Ninko, but I'm talking about the slot car brand that we no longer have. They were awesome. Very collectible in Australia. Everyone still tries to get the cars. The track is still heavily used around the world in some pretty big racing in Europe, but that was a really cool brand. Really cool brand. Good old Ninko. Well, I think one of the brands that we shouldn't bring back, though, you might not have heard of it, is called Bumslot. Barcelona something. But yeah, Bumslot is the name of the brand. It's quite an interesting... I actually should do a bit of a history video on that because it is interesting to see how this brand... And I don't know the full story, but from what I gathered, and I had some Bumslot in my collection, that they're really, really bad, but they're good to collect because of, I guess, the story of it all. But it looks like they were sort of cheap Chinese toy bodies that were converted poorly to slot cars. And then the Bumslot brand, of course, bum in English is bottom or ass, but it didn't mean that. It was Barcelona something models, but they were really, really poor. And you wouldn't get away with that brand in today's standards. Like that, it would not exist, hence why it doesn't. But yeah, really cool to see that kind of stuff that was happening. It was like I believe it was cheap knockoff Chinese cars but it was a Barcelona brand, so European. But it's quite interesting that brand existed for how long it did. I would love to see another brand, Auto Art, get back into it. A lot don't know that Auto Art did make slot cars for a while, 124 and 132. Very brittle cars. They actually looked really good, but extremely brittle. So it's kind of part of the era of slot cars where they were all literally model cars and they performed poorly on track, but they looked really good. That was a real weird era in the slot car world. It was like when the technology was sort of changing over. It was getting better so that the look of the cars are really good, but they weren't matching it with the chassis. I agree, Braids. Bumslot. Barcelona Universal Models. There you go. Got an Inco 4x4 LMP. Oh, very, very cool. Spielberg means toy mountains. Yeah, of course it does. Because Berg is mountain and Spiel is toy. Mega Digger's back. Hello, mate. Travis, you being an ex-police, it would be great to have Keystone Cops figures. What's a Keystone Cop figure? Is that like a UK thing? Is that a UK thing? let me know what that means. I should know that what it means. Is it a cop? I mean, I've obviously was a police officer in Australia. Retired. I think a lot of people already know that. I am retired. I'm not a police anymore. I do have my badge and my picture, and I've got everything. You know, I've still got all my stuff. I'm just retired. I don't do it anymore. I miss it. I honestly do miss it. All right, so we just built these steps. Brad's. What has Brad said? You got an Inco? Yeah, very nice cars. Yeah, they are. Like the Nincos are really, really, really collectible. So I'm going to bring, let me just let these dry off. I'm going to bring you guys quickly down to track level just to show you what we've finished. The camera will move around a bit today, but we will get some more stuff happening. We've got a box of NSR goodies here, which I've carried over from Australia. So we did finish off our build yesterday. If you didn't see it, we have built up this beautiful grandstand, and I've just started making all the steps to put up the run in the middle. So those steps will go in the middle, and then that will finish that one off nicely. So that came up really, really well. Highly recommend checking them out. That is not released, I don't think yet. Check out their website. It was and is still the Racing Room Extras. So check them out. Quickly show you the box. Here it is here, the Racing Room Extras. Give them a look at. Really, really good. Not paid by them, but they did send this stuff for review, and I believe we've got some more stuff coming once I decide what stuff we want to show on the channel. One thing I do want to quickly check, because we didn't do this yesterday, and it will come in handy with running some cars today. They got the armor rail, which is their other kit that I haven't reviewed properly yet, and it's pretty much a guardrail that we're going to have to put on my track, but I might actually do that a little bit later. It's going to really help me with the digital racing, because then we won't have any damage, but it's going to be the full length of my straight pretty much. So maybe we'll do that later, because that might bore the shit out of you. That might actually bore the absolute tits off you. We don't want to do that. So now let's get out some cars. We've got some Scalextric here. We had them visit us yesterday, so if they pop in again, use them to your advantage, ask them questions. We've had a couple of brands pop in. I've yet to see Carrera jump in yet. Hopefully they do, because it'd be good to find out about their digital system. I haven't been to Carrera World for a couple of months. I might have to pay a visit soon. And they did have, and I'll do a stream next week if you guys don't know. Actually, I'll bring it out now so you can see it. We'll do a stream because they've updated their hybrid system. Yeah. And I do want to stress, this is not just a slot car channel. We do everything RC. So they have just updated this. I'll leave this out here so everyone can have a look at, but they've just updated the app. So I want to see, you know, what are the updates? I actually have to do a follow-up video on YouTube too, but have the updates improve the cars, because there was a bit of delay. All right, let's push the grandstand out the way for now. We know that that's working. We'll set the grandstand up on the straight so the cars can drive past it. Now I'm going to bring you down to the desk. Do I want to bring you down to the desk yet? Does anyone make a good model kit of a garage for 132? When you mean model, like Breakthrough Logs, hello mate, good morning. What do you mean by kit? Like the wood kits? Of course. If that's what you're asking, yeah, Magnetic Racing, Slot Car House, which is Miniature Motorsports as well. And of course, I believe I've got to check out their website, but the brand that we've been building this week, Racetrack. I've forgot. What's it called? Look at me having a brain fart. The Racing Room Extras, they also do one, which I'm going to have a look. I'm going to see if I can get one sent, so that they will do one as well. So I'll check that out, guys. I'll try and get that on channel, because I know that's something people want. So let me move all this stuff out the way, and let me get this guy over here, and I'm going to show you, and again, I'm not paid by this brand. They did send it to me many, many years ago, but I'm going to show you some rims, because there is aftermarket stuff that you can get for these cars. We're going to take you down just a little bit, like that. Stuff Slots UK, lots of stuff come out of UK, lots of stuff come out of Europe, which of course UK is not classed as the European Union anymore, but we'll class it as Europe today. There's a lot of stuff that comes out of the UK, and there's a shit ton of stuff that come out of similar style to the one you're making. I'm good, mate. How are you this morning? I hope you're well. Yeah, so Magnetic Racing is the UK. We've got Slot Car House / Miniature Motorsports is Australian. Big supporter of the Australian stuff, of course. That's where I come from. And we've got Racing Room Extras, which is also the UK. So you've got a fair few options there, mate. These are add-on rims, so they may actually make you perform better. And wait, the Carrera Hybrid got an upgrade. I have them, but they always, Yeah. I believe the upgrade, which I'll try and do a video on next week. There's a lot of videos out there in German, in other languages but English, and the app has been updated. So I think the AI control isn't as fidgety, and the response time between your controller is a lot better. We could probably try that on stream today. So if you want to see that, we can get that out a little bit later on, and I can set up a track. But that would be definitely a standalone stream next week, because that's a big hit. People love that. And there's some new cars too. So yeah, we've got some aftermarket rims. These could actually make your car go faster. And we'll use, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to put them on. We've seen the Yaris. Let me bring out Advanced Slot. So you're going to see a theme here, very European. Everything about slot cars is very European. And this thing is effing sexy. I was going to swear, but this thing is, I mean, if you're into model cars, get into slot cars, because the era now of model cars, I mean, this is a proper slot car that performs extremely well, and I'll drive it. We'll actually drive it in a second, because, why would I show it and not drive it? But take a look at it. It's freaking incredible. It is a 296 GT3, and this is the test model color. But I do want to highlight like how well, I mean, that is a different shade of black in there. We've got 2 shades of black. I'm trying not to swear, but it's fucking nice. I even love and which is why I don't know if we'll be able to do this today, even behind their own rims. So remember, this is coming factory. We've got a slotted brake disc with a massive Brembo, which doesn't work. It's only for looks, but they don't have to do that. So really, really nice. Upside down, this will be a controversial video next week. This is a hobby grade slot car. There's lots of tuning that can be done with this. I class this as a hobby grade. I don't care about the price, but it's what this car wants to do. But it is effing sexy. I mean, fuck. Take a look at it. It's so good. So what I want to try and achieve is if we can actually fit some Goldies on it. So I might have a quick look if I can undo this right now on camera, which I can. So just bear with me. We're going to look at, actually, I know I'm bouncing around a bit because I don't want to lose your interest. I do want as many people to see this stuff. So let me drive this car quickly around the track. We don't have any sun glare today, so you're in luck. You might actually have some good vision today. So let me just separate these cars so you can actually see the track a lot better. And I'm going to pull you guys this way. That sounded really bad. Yeah, it would look sick. It would look sick. I'm going to just quickly... Like I just don't care. Can you guys see that? And can I get a sound check too, legends? Am I okay? Can you hear me? Do I sound like a dickhead? If I do, that's perfect. If I do sound like a dickhead, that is the perfect sound check. I'm just trying to get you on track without you falling over like you normally do, because you guys are drunk. You like to drink. Stop drinking, everyone. So let me move this out of the way. And I'm going to put the track onto analog mode. So just for those that are playing at home who watched all week. Yep, we've been streaming all week. Like a friggin'... I'm like a live... I was going to say a really bad word there, but we won't. I get myself cancelled before I even started. Shit. Shut up, Trav. Just put the car on the track. So I'm going to take all this shit out of the way so you can actually see. And... if you haven't been watching all week, this is a digital slot car track. We did fit off the axle box. I will go over stuff pretty much all the time quickly in videos, because we have new followers and watchers and weirdos like me. But I have added this so this can actually run as an analog track. So if I'm doing it right, we should be able to tune this little guy. So that should actually now let me code him. Probably not, because I'm probably doing something wrong. Hold on. Here we go. Yep, done. Perfect. So I've got him tuned. Now this is an advanced slot. It comes from Spain. I regularly talk to the CEO. I haven't actually had a chat with him for a while. I'm going to see if we can get some more on the channel. I'm going to move you guys back a bit, and I'll get you up in the air. Look at me with my weird and wonderful style. You can't hear me. Is that true? Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? Can you hear me or not? Are you actually taking the piss, or are you being serious? Hello, Biggie. Hello, mate. Thank you. So let's give this guy a quick spin around the track. He is quite fast. I'm going to quickly fix his braid. That's the first thing you should always check on a slot car, making sure the braid is ready to rock and roll. It's going to move stuff away from the edge, because I don't think we have magnets, or we do. We do have magnets. I'll show you him in the tick. But this is what we're going to try and change some rims on. And it is probably too fast for my track. So we're going to just get around a bit. Oh, it's so fast. It's seriously fast. And it's really hard to control with this controller, to be honest. So let's just drive him around nice and smooth. I know he's black, so you're not going to be able to see too much, but it is a absolute friggin' ball terror. And I am going slow because, oh, big drift for the boys. So that is an analog car on our digital track. Oh, I don't want to smash it though. It is too friggin' sexy. But it's a nice car, very loose in the rear end because, again, this car does need to be played with, meaning we should be able to adjust some of the settings, make the chassis roll a bit, which is why I put this in the hobby grade car section. But it is stunning. And it's black, so I do apologise. So there we go. There is our Ferrari. Now let's have a see if we can actually get that rim off, because if we can take the rim off, then we'll be able to fit. And this is where it gets a bit complicated with rims and add-ons to the cars, because you do need the right tyre. So I was going to bring it in just a little bit closer. We're not going to go down to the desk. Send it, lad. We can hear you. Oh, cool. Thank you. So this is where it gets a little bit technical. The tyres that we have on old mate might actually be the ones that we want, meaning these rims might be a bit too wide. So let's quickly just take him apart, which is not going to be very hard to do. For the normal person, it'll be a lot easier than me because I'm what they call a simpleton. Hey, you guys. Oh, here it is. Here's my plate of doom. Let me know if you want to see some branded one of these with my stupid head logo in the middle. It's a magnetic tray, quite cheap. You can get from like Temu, but I might be able to get them custom made so they're slot car related. Let me know if you're interested in that. I will look at doing some kind of stuff. So we're going to take off 4 screws. So here's the underside of the chassis. I do love the green motor pod. I'm a huge fan of the colouring that they've chosen to go with. And we've got 3 screws, 1, 2, 3 to take apart. Don't adjust these little guys because that's going to adjust a lot of the flow and float of the chassis. And these little guys are going to actually adjust how the motor pod flexes. So just be careful when you're playing with a hobby grade car that you don't start undoing stuff that you're not meant to undo. And I don't think I've got a long enough screwy. It might have said, stuff you, Trav. I ain't gonna fit. So I'm gonna say, stuff you, Ferrari slot car back and go with a smaller screwy. I think. Yep, we got it. We got it. And my fingers are friggin' freezing. If you are watching, please consider hitting that like button. We have a lot of people joining, and unfortunately the likes aren't that high because it doesn't, I don't know, you don't like it. It's your fault, not mine. No, thank you. All right, there we go. Just gonna get this, oh, yeah, these screws are tricky. There we go. Just gonna be a bit gentle with these. You don't want to thread them. And that's one thing I do find with brands, depending on the brand, it could come down to the quality of the screw as well. I know that shouldn't sound bad, but it does. If you start threading this shit, you'll never get it back in. So just going to wind it out slowly. Jeez, it's got some purchase though. It's deep. She's in there. That sounded bad. Don't repeat that. And then we have a look at the inside of this puppy dog. All right, so the screw's coming out somewhere. Don't know where it went. Let's get these last 2 out. See, I'm having issues with these screws at the front. Why is that? We're having issues with the screws. I think, and this is the problem I said with screws, I might go a bigger head and see if I can just jam it in there. That's what she said. So let's try that. There's our other screw. Get out of there, you little bastard. Yeah, it's just not reaching because we're too far back. That's a shame. That's a real shame. I actually can't get in there. Interesting. Why? We can't actually get in there far enough. But I have had them out before. So that might actually... Alright, we're going to do a different thing here. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go around the back of it. And we're going to take the rim off with the arse end hanging off. So I'm trying to get what the problem is. We can hear you, send it, lad. The sound is only being picked up by the camera mic. Is it really? Let me try. Is it really? Let me have a look. Because I'm turned on. That sounds bad. Let me just put it back in again. Test, test, test. Let me know if you can hear that. If it's only the camera mic, it shouldn't be, because I'm going to quickly do a test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. You're right. I don't know why it's doing that. You're right. Hold on, let me try and figure this out quickly. Just going to connect a second one and see if that changes it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to sort this audio out now. So I'm going to plug it back in. I reckon it's fixed it. So it's plugged in. No, we can't hear. It's just. Hold on, I'm going to stand it. I'm going to stand it. Yeah, there's. Hold on, I'm going to stand it. I'm going to stand it. Yeah, there's. Hold on, I'm going to stand it. I'm going to stand it. Yeah, there's. Yeah, there's an echo because I've got my mic on. Yeah, there's an echo because I've got my mic on. That's better. That's better. It's fixed. Thanks, guys. I think the other mic has shut itself. Sorry about that. So yeah, okay, cool. That's a bit of a shame. It should have fixed itself now. So what I've tried to do, I was trying to take away the chassis, but unfortunately my screw heads can't fit that deep into these two, so I actually can't get them off. Like I said, yeah, manufacturers will use different screws. These are really far sunk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you what I'm going to try and achieve. Inside here on the hub is a little grub screw. Right in there's a little grub screw. I'm going to try and remove this, which I can because there's a little cut. If I peel this tire back, you're not going to be able to see this because I know the camera's shit. Hoping you can. And my fat thumb, get out the way, Trav. In here, I don't know if you can see there's a half cut on that rim. I'm trying to show you with my friggin' finger in the way. It's really hard to do this. So I hope you can see that. There's a half cut in there. I can actually put my little Allen key / grabby screw guy right down the guts of it. And this should allow me to then undo it if I actually do the right side. So we'll get one rim off. That's actually not even fitting either. And this is the problem with some slot car manufacturers. You really got to have the right tools for nearly every single brand. So that's why I buy multiple. Oh, come on, you bastard. All right. You know what? I'm going to rip the tire off and just show you what it looks like. Screw it. So here's the rim that I was trying to show you. This is their rim. And then here you got a little half cut, sort of almost full circle. And that's there. So if you're actually having a race, you can actually put your bit in and then unscrew it. So that this is pretty much the standard for any rim for a slot car that's a hobby grade. And then I just undo the grub screw and then slide him out. Done. And that's now it's stuck. Of course it is. But it is very fidgety, and it comes down to what they use, what they don't use. And there is their rim insert. See you, mate. Thanks for watching. Racing soon. Yeah, we are. But I'm just doing a rim change, mate. We've got lots of racing to do, but I like to change the stream up a bit. Next week we're going to have probably more racing, because I hopefully have some more cars. But today I'm just trying to change it up again by just showing different stuff. So we're going to put the gold on the back. These are probably going to be too fat for our rim. These are staff slots. So these are aftermarket 5.8 by 10 rim. So these are a 5-spoke air rim. These have been designed to be pretty light, so you can see the little air holes cut out, which I'll get one out and show you. And it comes with their own little grubby screws, so you got to be real careful when you open these up. And the word for aftermarkets in the slot car world is pretty huge, but take a look at that. What a stunning looking rim. And then you can see this is what's called the air holes. So they've actually drilled these holes for lightness. Excuse me, I guessed right. Is that how you change the rim? Yes, that's how you change. Yeah, correct. That's how you change the rim. And also you got to be careful when you do the holes, because they've got to be balanced. If they're unbalanced, you're going to get a wobbly. 341 watching and 21 likes. What have I done wrong to you guys? No, it's all good. So let me slide this on, hopefully. And then the other issue you got to worry about is the shaft. Yeah, let's talk shaft. Is the actual shaft the right size, your rear axle? Will this allow it to go on? And luckily for us today, that looks sick though. It actually fits on. So what you do now is you reverse what you just did before, put the grub screw in, and you got to be careful when you're putting a rim back on, because you do want to make sure you've got the right distance, because this actual axle here is fixed, so then you can move your rim in and out to get the desired width. And that does change how the car handles. So if you do come out further, obviously you've got a bigger footprint, but sometimes there is, when you do proper racing, there is a guide that will go up against the car, making sure you're not coming out like a friggin' monster truck, so you don't have extra rear grip. So you just line it up nicely. For show purposes though, I'll try and get this bastard to stick right out. But I don't know if they're the back or the front, doesn't matter. The other bonus is, and I don't know if it's going to work, is your tyre. Now this is a standard tyre from Advanced Slot, which came with the car that you just saw, the Ferrari, and this probably won't work too well. It actually might. If we get away with this, that's like a 1 in a million shot. Oh, hold on. That's it's a bit loose. It's a bit loose, but it's enough for me to put them on and roll this bastard around the track. Actually, it's a little bit loose. I'd probably be gluing those on. Be gluing those puppies on. You're from down under. I am, mate. I am. The guy rims are fire. They are fire, man. Proper rim. DJ. That's a proper rim job. I love it. You know what? Let's get another t-shirt made up. We're going to get a t-shirt saying "Don't be a dickhead." That's the new slogan. And we're going to get a t-shirt with a rim saying "That's a rim job." So let's get that done, or a sticker. So now I'm going to reverse what we did before. We're going to use the grub screw. It comes with the actual rim. So bear with me. I know I'm off camera, but let me just grab a little grub screw. And they are minute. And don't use that against me, you bastards. They are very, very small. And I probably will drop one and lose it. And then I'm going to throw the camera. And then you'll be able to see a tantrum by Travis. Tantrum by Travis. All right. This is how small they are. Some of you guys might be able to relate with this. That's how small they are. Look at that. Looks like a bit of... I'm from Oxford North, Canterbury, New Zealand. Go again. I'm from Oxford North, Canterbury, New Zealand. Well, welcome, brother. Welcome. I am in Europe though, guys. I am Australian, but I'm here in Europe. I'm in Austria. I'm from Finland. Hello, Finland. Some of the best race car drivers in the world. All right, so we're going to now put that into its little position. I don't know what that noise is. It sounded like a friggin' pterodactyl flying past. It scared the shit out of me. I'm going to try and do this on camera, but if I don't and walk away, don't leave me. I'm lonely. There it is on the end. Is this riveting? Look at this stuff, guys. Look, I'm showing you a screw. I'm from Spain. Hello, Spain. Hello, hello. We are looking at a Spain slot car right now. And just for those that are playing at home, which is probably 3 of you, Spain's national sport almost is slot car racing. Seriously. They take slot car racing very seriously over there in Spain. In particular, not limited to, but in particular, rally racing, which is a different style. And I'll probably demonstrate that later on, like a goofball. I'll show you what they kind of do. Oh, we're going to fit on. Look at that. It is fire. It is. Maybe the tyre profile, I'm going to pump them. Oh, that looks sick. I will show you in the tick, but it looks freaking sick. Let me just screw this guy in. Oh, that looks tough. How far out is it? No, we can come further out than that. Come on, Trav, don't be a dick. And we'll drive it. We'll see what happens. The rim might actually come off. The tyre might actually come off the rim, but I don't care. I'm a 41-year-old man playing with toys. Who gives a shit? Look at that. You probably can't see that because the camera's like, get stuffed. Nah, camera's been a bastard. Come on, camera. Look at that. Look at the, it's just, oh, have I got it out a little bit? Yeah, it's just out a bit. Whoa. Didn't know that. Absolutely riveting. Don't be a smart ass, mate. No, it is. I don't know why you guys actually watch, to be honest, but I enjoy doing it. I hope you enjoy watching it. We will run this car in a tick. Let's quickly chuck the other one on. Chuck. So I'm about to spit it is. Let's chuck the other one on. Same thing again. Don't chew out the friggin' screw. That's a problem with doing this though. You can start stripping parts and then it gets very expensive. So this is an Advanced Slot. So talking about Spain again, and hello to our Spanish friend. They've got a couple of really good brands over there. Some I've actually done some good work with before. I don't no longer do that much with them anymore, which is sad because I do love their stuff. SRC is a really big brand in Spain, Spanish, which is slot racing company. It's a Spanish brand, and that's how I started off pretty much doing all of this back on Instagram, taking photos of that brand for them, and then I started promoting some of the brands. Really good brand, really, really good brand. It makes some beautiful cars. All right, so we've got the other one on. We're going to put that on the back as well. I'm just trying to speed run this because some people are like, fucking drive some cars, you dickhead. I'm like, well, wait, you assholes. Trying. I'm old. I came and line this friggin' screw up. Oh, God, come on, Trav. You're making it look real hard. All right, we're in. We're in like Flint. So let's put this other one on. It actually looks, I'm going to be cool like you guys. It looks fire. All right, so the best way to do this, always go from underneath because you'll be able to get a better purchase on that grub screw. And then once you've got it tightened, then you can worry about doing your spacing. So I'm just going to quickly put that in gently. I think it's tightening up. Oh! If I find this, oh, fuck. We've lost the grub screw. No chance am I going to find this. Oh, no! Oh, you're an idiot, Trav. I need a magnet. All right, we've lost the grub screw. It's all right. We're going to go back to use the one that's on the rim. How the did I drop that? I got confident and leant back. I'm going to use the one that's actually from the car. This might actually cross thread, but we've got no choice now, boys and girls. Well, we do. I can use another set, but I'm going to lose that one as well. Oh, the thread's the same. Okay, what are you worried about? All right, now let's just bring this rim out. Try and get it the same. You do have different devices like measuring tools that you can do this properly. Far out. I'm rushing because I know you guys are like, drive the car. What's your name? What's your favourite colour? All right, done. We're on. All right, there we go. We've got him sorted. Can't script this. It fell in your... No, it didn't fall in the tray. It bounced on the floor. It's gone, boys and girls. I've got to... just so you know, if you've been smart asses, I can actually see your chat here because I've got another phone. I feel like a drug dealer. I'm running two phones. It happens always once at least. I can't script this. Oh, no. Now, that's more like it. We're not cool. Konnichiwa. What the hell? Scalatrix going all Japanese. Hold on. Is that a sign? Hold on. Let's rip that apart. Are you saying konnichiwa because you guys are doing some more JDM cars? Oh. Is that true? Let's start a rumor. The rumor mill. I heard you guys are going to do some Japanese stuff. All right, so rim is on. How fast do they go? This one will go really fast. As you can see, we've got a stack of cars to look at today, but this one will go too fast for my track. So I'm going to put it on right now. So she's on track with the new rim, and we'll have a closey look at it, and then I'll show you the insides, which I tried before. Maybe not. Maybe, oh, Scarlet trick. Don't do it to us. Tell us the truth, boys. Tell us the truth. So, how fast does it go? This one, now I'm going to quickly explain something with the motors. This has got a green motor because I can't read these specs on it, but some motors that actually draw more power are really hard to drive, like now. See, it's actually doing a bit of a, come on, you bugger. Shit, this one's going to be, this is way too fast for our track, so I'm going to just coast it around for a second. But if I held this trigger down, it would literally fly off the track. We wouldn't be able to control it. So this car is designed to be on a bigger layout, and I'm just touching that down the straight, and you can see just how fast that goes down. Ready? This is going to be 1%. Like, I cannot go any faster, otherwise she's just going to slide out. Now also, it's a hobby grade chassis, so it's not set up for the corners yet. So if I start pushing it, which we will, and you can see it's not kicking out as much as it was before because I've offset those rims. So those rims are pumped. Oh, as I say that, we do a drifting. Yeah, Trav. Oh, don't damage it, you bastard. Oh, they look sick though. Keep going. But with the gold, it's really popping. Sorry about the camera as well. I know it's a pretty shit camera, but you can actually see how fast this thing can go once you open her up. Oh, I'm just trying not to hit that corner too hard. But what we could probably do we have any brake on it? That's probably what's going wrong. Let me just quickly adjust the brake. And the good thing with having an analog changer box on the Carrera digital system is now when I put the finger down, it will brake a lot quicker. So if I quickly tap the accelerator, it will pull the car up with the electric motor quicker, where if I do this and open up the brake, which is all controlled by here, it's gonna, oh shit, it's gonna roll a lot more. which is why we can't take the corner so fast. So now that's rolling, like I can't get that to stop any quicker. So let's put some brake on, and we also might turn down the speed because that is freaking quick. Let's go half speed so we can actually do some laps. And there's dead spots in the lane changes, that's why it keeps stopping. So now I can actually drive it. So I'll show you full speed. It's still fast, but I can actually drive this a lot better because the speed that's coming into the corner, I can actually understand that it's not going to go full pout. And now we can start getting some real good laps that are consistent. Consistent, baby. Big drifty. Oh, but there you go. So I know everyone wants to see it go like stupid speeds, but it doesn't mean it's going to be any fun. That's pretty fast. 240Z would be cool. Yes, please do a 240Z. Please. I think the last person to do a 240Z might have been Auto Art from memory. Can you actually see the track from there as well? Oh, that's not a bad shot. So I'll do a couple more laps and then we will have a look at that's an advanced slot. I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see. That's the advanced slot. So all we've done today is we've had a quick look at the chassis. I've explained that this is a hobby grade chassis. Now there is differences to chassis. We're going to drive a fair few cars today. This chassis here is not as serious as some others. The only thing that's going to float on this chassis is your motor pod with some adjustment. It's running 2 magnets. So again, if you actually take the magnet out of these cars, they will perform a heap different. A lot harder to drive, but you can actually, the drivability goes up instead of triggability, meaning pulling the trigger. And these magnets aren't as strong. Now I do have a magnet tester for the motor, which we won't do today, but I'll do that next week. And then these screws here will adjust the float of the whole entire body. Now, realistically, these screws should be backed off because that is way too tight on the front end. If you look at me when I shake the back, when I shake my booty, you can see the separation between the bottom, but at the front, which it doesn't matter about the axle, but there is no play at the front. So it's a very stiff front end. So I actually should loosen that off. That's a major difference between those bastards. Let me have a quick look. Oh, I almost dropped yours. Why are there magnets in there? It's just what it is. Some people put magnets in, some don't. It is pretty fast. It's much faster. A new version of the 240Z, I think it would be very cool. I love them. Maybe not. I would love to see, and this is just a suggestion, a lot of brands, and Scalatric, please delete me forever if I say the wrong thing, but I do like to speak my mind, which isn't always good. Whilst I'm getting another car, I'll talk about what I'm about to say. A fair few brands are teaming up. So if you look at a brand like FlySlot, which is realistically a toy brand, they've teamed up with a race craft brand, which is Scale Auto, and they've released a joint enterprise. I've always wondered and always thought, would it be amazing if Scalatric uses one model, and let's use a model for today. Let's use a Scalatric model because they're in the chat. This is analog. Obviously, this is a Carrera track. It's a lot easier for me to set up one track at a time. So we will be putting this around the track in a tick. But wouldn't it be amazing if they teamed up with 1 or 2 cars a year? I'm going to use the brand Pioneer because Pioneer also do a pretty much Scalatric style car, but their chassis is just a little bit more playful. But it'd be amazing to see Scalatric team up with an aftermarket race brand for like a special release once. One car or 2 cars a year, which is race ready, and that'll get them into the race market. So let's get this one out and have a look at what I'm talking about. This is the Cadillac V Series, and unfortunately my mailman likes to throw shit at my door. He actually came before, he probably threw another box at them and said, "Here, servus, Travis, servus," and runs off in his little car. Yeah, he likes to throw my packages, I don't know why. So sorry, Scalatric. That's not how they come. That was my mailman. Yeah. Lovely. So that's the Cadillac V Series R. Of course, if you're into Le Mans and everything else, these are what's happening. This is I would say this is like a very racy car by Scalatric. But then you look at the chassis, this is probably one of their better ones. We've got some real nice diffusers here. This shit actually works. Like all these flares and everything actually does something. And the actual chassis itself has a ramp, which it's not flat. So there is some performance qualities to this. If you want to make this go a little bit better, which we will now, we're going to back off the screws just a touch and we'll drive it as well. So yes, we're going to drive it. I know people are like, "Are you going to drive the car?" Yeah, I am. I promise. I can't even see the screw though. So I'm just going to back the front off. I think that screw head's a bit too small. Here we go. back the screw off at the front, back the screw off. I'm not having any luck with screws today. I think my head, yeah, the head's too small. My head's too small. It's a little bit better. So you can actually back those screws off. There's 3, 1, 2, 3, and that'll give you a bit of play. But I'd love to see a model like this with an aftermarket chassis similar to that, where we start looking at changing the motor pod for racing. So, you know, I know they can't do every single car. The affordability is not there. But, you know, 1 or 2 cars where they just throw the shell at them and say, hey, here's our shell. Can you give us a nice race chassis for our digital system? And that puts them in the game with some of these brands. That'd be really cool to see. What's your thoughts on that? Let me know in the chat. The car is a V6 Cadillac Racing, 12 hours of Sebring. Yes, and if you want to buy one of these, look at me, salesman. If you want to buy one of these, check out my channel description. There is a direct link to Scalextric, and if you do buy stuff directly from them with my link, it does help out the channel. So if you are considering any Scalextric stuff, do that. Thank you. And Scalextric, I'll send you my CV for a job very soon. Let me be your consultant. All right, here we go. Let's put that one around the track. So we've had ourselves a hobby grade car, and now we're going to use one of the 2 big toy brands, and it should be ready to rock and roll. I might just have to get it tuned. So the good thing about the toy brand stuff, if you are new to SLOTCARS, I'm going to drive past slowly, you might not be able to see that. They all have pretty much working lights. Carrera and Scalextric do front and rear tail lights, which I think is necessary. Every brand should do that. It's very lazy, I believe, on not doing that. So let me just bring you guys out of fraction. I hope you can see that. By the way, Cadillac is coming to F1. They are, in a big way. And this is set on a slower speed. We have got some magnets, but this is the difference between how a car out of the box just performs. And this is why I don't always like the toy brands getting stick. And I've got this set on a slower speed, remember, but it handles the track really well because it's designed to drive. It's not designed to race. If we start pushing this on a bigger track, you will see its potentials disappear. But on your home racing tracks, that's what these cars are designed to do. They've got a magnet, they come out of the box, and they get going. You can change the tyres on this. We've got a box of tyres I'm going to show you in a tick. But let's see if I can turn the speed up. He's turning the speed up. And let's see how fast I can push it. If I break this, Scalextric, I'm sorry. It's got to have a lot of speed. And keep in mind, this is running 14.4 volts, where Scalextric runs a 12 volt system. So this car will be getting a bit of a turbo boost because it's running on a, so you can make this, it's really fast. Really fast. But because we've got the brake turned up fully, it's actually utilizing the brake function a lot better than the hobby grade car. So there you go. The Cadillac, I would love to see, and this is my opinion, this is free advice for the team. I would love to see this style of car for their first race spec car. It should be called like Scalextric R or something, and then you're going to have a nice chassis, which I would give that to the professionals. Don't know if that's possible. If it is, you saw it here first. No, I'm joking. I think everyone's been asking for that. But you got to remember, all of this stuff costs a lot of money. Making a car costs a lot of money. Getting the licensing, getting the dies made, then all the tampo printing, and then reaching out to the brands and saying, you've got this on your livery. Let's just say Mobile One isn't happy, so you got to make sure Mobile One's happy. I don't know about DHL and all the other little ones, but Cadillac would be like, yep, we like your car, thank you. There's a lot that goes into them, and that's why we don't have every single car. Actually, I've got a question, Scalextric, if you're still there. Is on the way. By the way, Cadillac is coming to F1. They are. Are you still there, Scalextric? If you are, when is the Volvo out? That is a sick car. I can't wait to see that. So one more lap. Let's get some hot laps going with this baby. It actually performs really, really well. Seriously, really, really well. Nice big drift coming out of that corner. We will change the track up next week. But there you go. Beautiful little Cadillac. It actually drives really, really well. I say bravo to them because you can actually really push that. And I'll now put on their Camaro. We've got a couple of cars to test here today. We're driving cars. We've got a couple of different brands. But let me just quickly put him back in the box because I don't like losing my stuff. We've already lost the grub screw. I blame you guys. I blame the chat. You know what? I'll put the screw in later. We'll put him on top. and we'll just put him aside. So we've done the Cadillac, beautiful little beast. If you are looking for that, check out the description in my channel. There is a channel description. There is a link straight to Sky Electric, and grab yourself some sweet cars. I do want to show you two different things though. This is like a Bathurst throwback. So we're going to have a look at another Sky Electric or two, and then we'll move on to Revo as well. This is what I love about our hobby. We've got ourselves a friggin' Mini, which is so small. That is like ridiculously small. And then you've got a beautiful Chevrolet Camaro in the Castrol livery. I just love the two opposites to the cars. But we're going to drive this one because I'm going to show you size. And remember this, boys, size doesn't matter always. So let me quickly show you this one. Sorry, what did I miss? You missed your car doing some sick laps, man. I asked about the Volvo. When's the Volvo coming? I cannot wait to see that car. I'm a Volvo fan. I have had Volvos really in my life. I've actually had a wagon as well. And that's a car that everyone was asking for the last 275 plus years. Now, the only problem with these little guys is you're not going to get them digital. So this is the Mini. I've got another camera that I'm trying to see to make sure you can see it. Very small. It's like comically small. You can see the motor pretty much takes up 40% of the chassis. But they fit a lot in there. The other issue you're going to find as well is when you start getting into the smaller cars, and I'm glad it is small. They could have made this as big as a normal 132, but they've tried to scale it. It's not 1-to-1. It is 132, but it's not 1-to-1 scale. So if you did downsize it, it's not exactly what it is. But you can see the massive difference between a 132 scale Ferrari and a friggin' Mini. It is comical. And then you look at the chassis and you go, it's all motor. But the issue I'm talking about now is the tyres are really hard to make better. They are very skinny. It's going to perform well. I'm going to show you right now. It's very fast, but it is hard to get a decent tyre for it because look at the size of the rim. I mean, come on. She's a puny one. But Volvo touring car and police car expected to arrive in December. Yes. Upgrades from minor to major depending on the rules of the track. Have you got a wood track? I had a wood track in Australia. I'm not in Australia right now. I'm in Austria. So it was a little bit hard to put on my luggage. I think it was over the weight limit. But if I'm honest, I'll probably stay with plastic when I build a permanent track again. I'm enjoying the plastic and the digital side of things. A wood-rated track I will always have a soft spot for, but I think that will come after the fact because it is quite expensive to do a wood track, and then you're limited to what sort of cars you can run, but they are beautiful things. But yes, I have had a wood track. All right, oh shit, this is fast. I hope you can see that. Oh my God. Now, because it's a small footprint, because it's a small footprint car, I hope you can see it. I don't know if you can, to be honest. And I'm not sure. It's friggin' ridiculous. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's so fast. So this would probably set a lap record on this track. Oh shit. Just because it is so small and the power to weight is exactly that of a real car. A smaller chassis car, smaller footprint with a friggin' motor donked in the middle is exactly what this thing is. And that's what they were back in the day. Now, granted, one thing that's not replicated in the slot car world, and I'll drive it again in a tick, is the rear wheel versus front wheel drive car. Now, this in real life is front wheel driven. I would personally like to see front wheel driven cars. It wouldn't be fun, but I've always wanted to see slot cars replicate the real thing. So the front wheels are free spinning, like pretty much every slot car out there other than a forward driven car, which I'm about to show soon. That's forward drive. So all four wheels turn. So this is rear wheel drive. So realistically, the performance of this is going to be much better than the real Mini. But I would love to see a front wheel drive version of this. Maybe I should, can I turn it around? I don't know. But yeah, let's go for some more hot laps in that little baby. Is that a Mini? Yeah, it's a Mini. Dude, relax in the curves. That thing is fast. It is ridiculous. It is honestly ridiculous. I'm going to actually show you something in a minute that makes this more ridiculous because I'm going to show you the difference between a 124 scale Mini and a 132 scale, and it is comical. So let's do one more lap. Let's see if we can really push it this straight. Oh, far out. Almost touched my beautiful green grass. Oh, took off like a rocket. So let's bring him back around I'm just going to quickly pop my head inside, and we're going to compare this side by side, and I'm laughing because I know it's stupid, with a, maybe I left it. Ooh. Oh, here it is. With a 1/24 scale of the same car, not the same make, as in it's a Mini, but I'm going to show you the size difference when it comes. Oh God, this is stupid. Look at this. Look at that. That is huge. So this is 1/24 scale. It's not Scalatric, but it's a another European brand, BRM. But that is the same car, Mini. Obviously not the same, but look at the size difference. Now, if we take away him and put back our beautiful Ferrari, which is 132 scale, you can then see the difference between a 132 scale normal size car, and then we've got ourselves the big boy 1/24 scale Mini, which is almost a 132 scale car now. But scale for scale, that is just like, I think we can fit that whole car inside the inside the chassis. Maybe I should take the lid off and put Scalatric on this chassis and drive this around, but that is just, it's ridiculous. Can we drive this one around? Let's see what the big one does. I think it's in digital mode. Hold on. Yeah, it is. It's got a digital chip in it. Let me just switch the chip over. Let me switch the chip over. Might take a little bit to get going because I don't like when you take the chip out. Here we go. Yeah, because it's got a digital chip in it and we're trying to go analog on a digital track with a digital switcher box. Yeah, no, confusing. It doesn't really like it. So here's the Mini. This is a, oh shit. This is a metal chassis, so it's got no magnets and it's metal. And you're going to see how different this now handles the track compared. We're having issues because it has I've done something to the track that I shouldn't have done. And when you've got a digital chip installed and it's not in digital mode, it doesn't like it, but we'll get it around. So this is going to be really, really loose, a lot slower, but really fun to drive. Now I've got the power turned right down, but we could really drift this guy around majority of the corners because it's the kind of chassis it is. And then compared to Scalatric's, which was just a friggin' ball terror, an absolute beast. Come on, you bastard. Yeah, she's not happy because it's actually got a digital. I'll quickly explain because I don't want you thinking, oh, you've got a dodgy brand. We've installed a digital chip, which this is a digital track, and it doesn't like talking to it when I've got that fancy little box that's connected, which is like not meant to be on it. Aftermarket. So there you go. We've got the Mini. We can't do any rim changes on that. We've made front wheel drive cars in the past, long before my time, but they apparently perform they perform really poor. Really poor. Aaron, damn, that's actually damn fast. I love running my Mini. Some of the fast ones can go 15 or, yeah, they can. How many kilometers per hour? I actually have a speed tester. It's a Hot Wheels speed gun inside, so I'll try and get that during the week. Tyres, aluminium, yep. Nick Bowers, hello mates, hello. We're running the exact Mini on Wood Rowdy track yesterday at the British the Racing Room, hello, the Racing Room. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining. We've been building your stuff. I've been talking about some of your other stuff, hopefully coming to the channel. So if you've got any questions, guys, about this stuff right here, the Racing Room extras, they're in the chat. I think they're still there. Let me know if you guys are still there. If you've got any questions about those kits, what you'd like to see, now's the chance, baby. Now's the chance. So we've done the Mini. We're going to jump over to another brand which is called NSR because I want to compare that now. So thank you, Scalatric. That one was an absolute ball terror. We do have the triple pack of that. They're the same car but in different colors. But I use that one to demo the Mini. So this is another brand, Italian Stallions. This is a Corvette, and it's from a beautiful brand called NSR, and these guys go racing. Like, this is your hobby stuff now, which is comparable to the Ferrari. If I can open it up because my fingers are very cold. Let me just get the Corvette out. The Corvette there. And now you're going to see a massive change in chassis design, and this comes down to years and years of development. Bottom one is Spanish, which is still a beautiful car. This is actually their new chassis, so there's a lot of development still going into that. I actually helped test that when they first released it. Very happy with it. Here is NSRs. They've got a couple of different things going on here. Let's move this guy out the way for a tick. You've got yourself your motor pod, which can be rotated and moved. You can have an inline, angle winder, side winder. They've got it so you can actually take this out and replace it with something else. And you've also got another separation here in the which has got the guide. So when the guide bounces, hopefully these little dog arms here take a lot of the rigidity out of the actual bouncing so it doesn't upset the car. And then you've got your screws to start adjusting everything. Really beautiful car. And again, it looks like a model. Even down to the back, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but we've got some etching here. So some really fine metal that's used as mesh. And you probably can't see that, but behind that mesh is a fan. It doesn't spin, but it's the radiator. And because they've got the air scoops coming through the top, that's obviously where the radiator will get its air from. Now, that doesn't have to be there, but it is. It doesn't spin. It's not a real car, obviously. But those are the little things that I absolutely love. The issue I don't like about some of these hobby brands, they don't have lights. No lights at all. So let's drive this little bastard around the track as well. But they don't have any lights, which I don't like that. You can fit them. There's aftermarket for everything. What watch do you have on your wrist? Today we've got another G-Shock. I love my G-Shocks. So today we've got, I think this is ice grey G-Shock. I wear a lot of G-Shocks, but I haven't bought a new one for a while. But I think I've got 4 or 5 of them, but I like G-Shocks. I can't afford a Rolex, so G-Shock it is. So this is going to be another car that's going to absolutely rip the track, and these run really low. So I've got to be real careful here because this is going to absolutely tear up the track. So let's go. And again, because it's got a high power motor, the power delivery is going to be a lot different. If I jam my thumb down, it will probably cut out. That's just how the power delivery on this car works, these hobby cars. So let's just drive it around down the straight. Oh, Jesus, that's quick. Really, really quick. What's our speed set at? That's super quick, man. Oh, of course, we're friggin' full speed. No. Hold on. We're full speed. Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, yeah, we are. So now I've turned it down. Oh, shit. The new gantry's been hit. So that hasn't slowed it down, I don't think. Oh, it has. So we've now slowed it down enough so I can actually drive it around. So that's the beauty with these digital layouts. Both Scalatric and Carrera let you adjust the power going to the track, so you can actually slow your cars down. And now we can drive it. Still very fast down the straight, but I can actually get it around the track without it friggin' going bonkers on me. Oh yeah, but really nice car, really nice car. And once you start tuning the tires, working on the internals of it, it becomes an absolute weapon. And again, it looks like a friggin' model car. So that's an NSR. Do a couple more laps with it. Runs really smooth. Nice big drifty up the end there. Hung that one right out. Oh, so if we can do it again. Oh, another big drifty. And that's the thing with once you get the power down on the track right, so we are using a thumb. I don't like the thumb. But once you start getting the power right for the car, for the size of the track, then you can start actually driving the car really well. So if we just turn the power right up, I won't be able to do any of this stuff because it's like putting a V8 in a Mini. You're just going to go, how's your mother? So there you go, NSR, beautiful car. I keep coming off here because I'm not slowing down enough. Oh, let's go quick push lap. Let's see if we can get a really nice smooth push lap. Try and use okay, that's a game over. And they've got rim inserts which do come out. I'm like, let's do a push lap and it's game over. So let me put that one aside. So it's not broken, it's just got a little plastic insert. These are racing rims, so they're very lightweight rims, and you just put them back in. Very simple. Where was the case for that one? So that was a Corvette C6R, again, European, from Italy. I'm actually not too far from them here in Austria. And now we're going to bring out a Porsche. I haven't driven this car yet, I don't think. Porsche, because I want to see if we can change rim on the Porsche as well. I love this thing. So we're going to go back to Revo. Do they have grub screws as well? Oh, we might be able to change the rim. So we're now going back to Italy again. And this is a joint operation. This is a sister brand of the big car you saw before. This is called a Revo slot. So it's not fully European. I think there's some there's Japanese influence in it, Chinese or Japanese, and it's a stunning little Porsche. Brand new, only just been released, metal chassis, again, hobby grade. Yes, you can change the rims because we've got the little grub screw again. All these hobby cars, which I can actually show you compared to, we'll even use a Carrera for this example. Carrera tires, this is a Carrera slot car, one of the toy brands. They actually, the rims are pushed on, and Scale Electric also do something very similar where they actually strike the axle with some lines and then the rims are pushed on. So once you take them off once, very hard to put them back on. You can fit aftermarket rims on the toy brands. It's just once you get the original ones off, it's really hard to put them back on because these are used with a grub screw. These are all friction pressed and they stay on because of friction and the way the actual axle is designed. It's got a very coarse end on it. And once you rip them off, it's game over. But then you replace them with these, these aftermarket ones, and literally you'll never go back. But, I try and keep my stuff original so I don't rip off the rims, if that makes any sense. Got to give him a tune for optimal handling. There are 4, 5, 4. Hold on, I want to read some comments here. Is this Scale Electric? I love these as a kid. It's Scale Electric, it's Carrera, it's Avant Slot, it's SLOTCARS. Hello, Valalad. Hi, Travis. I love the toy car versions because this is all I can afford, so all good, suits me. I'm with you, Rowan. I agree, mate. How expensive is a car like that? Not here in Sweden. You can get G-Shock from like 65. Wow. How do you switch lanes with only a throttle controller on the remote? That was Garrett. Chris, yes, you do. So hold on. Someone said something about $400. They are 4,000 to 5,000 in Australia. 400 for only the car. No, I don't know. No, sorry, I'm talking about the G-Shock. Yeah, not the car. So let's do a quick price, and Scale Electric's here to back me up on their price because I don't honestly know. But I think in Australia, I'm going to speak Australian because most of you are Australian, even though I'm in Europe. These are about $80 to $95, give or take, I think, or 80 to 100. I'll give that bracket. So for a car, Avant Slot, which is the Ferrari, I think these are around about 120 Australian dollars. So they do get more expensive as the brands go hobby grade. Then we start looking at, you guys look at your own camera. Then we look at Carrera. So this one's buggered, don't look at it too close. In Australia, they come in two flavors, digital and non-digital, same thing, just without a chip. You look for a non-digital is between $65 and $80, and a digital is between like $85 and $100 for a car. And I'll show you what the digital stuff does. I know somebody's asked that. Revo Slot, I think they're around about the same. So this Porsche here, I think they're around about the 120 mark-ish, maybe a bit more. So you're going to find the hobby stuff is a lot more expensive. And NSR are pretty well priced. I think they're in the 120 as well, another hobby brand. The only hobby brand that's quite cheap and bang for buck is Slotted, which I don't have any, unfortunately. I don't get any Slotteds sent to me. I've got to start buying some, I think, to show them off. And they are as good as these hobby brand stuff, which it is, but they're quite cheap. They're like $95 or something. So that's the price. The track itself, well, that's where you spend the money. The track is expensive, but that's a hobby. Can you race? Yeah, I can. Me neither. Never worked for me on YouTube. I'm just reading comments too, guys. I am trying to get as much done for you as I can. I don't know how to it's not working. You scare me like hell, Aaron. No, I'm talking about the G-Shock. Chris, yes, you do. Yes, do it. Chris, is this Scale Electric? I loved it. Yeah, get it, Chris. Get it, Chris. Jump on it. I've got a link in the description, Chris. If you do want any Scale Electric stuff, check out my channel description. There is a direct link. I want to quickly, someone asked about the changing lanes. So when we go to digital mode, which we'll do that right now, which means none of these cars that I've showed you now can actually go around the track other than the Carrera stuff. So let's just put that down so you can see the track. I'm going to quickly put the Porsche away. I don't want to lose anything, guys, because I've already lost some stuff today, and I'm blaming you guys. Oh, don't, Trav. Let me just put all this down. Ferrari can go away because we don't want him to be damaged. And then we've probably got another 10 minutes. I'll finish on the digital stuff. We might simulate a digital race. If you guys want to see a digital race, we'll simulate that right now if the cars are going to work because they've been outside. So let me just get you guys sorted. So we've now switched over my little digital switcher box. If you haven't seen this, check out my live streams, I did install a digital switcher box so we can run Carrera analog and Carrera digital. So we're now going straight to digital mode, and this car should drive all by itself. Oh, hold on. Ooh. Ooh. We've had a power outage. As in full power outage, I think, at the house. The power just turned off. Let me start again. Here we have. Ooh. That might be lights out. I think we've actually had a power outage. Oh, no. I stepped on the power. So this car should drive by itself. That's the fun part about Carrera Digital. The cars will literally drive on their own. And the way they change lanes, and they're going to smash and bash and they're going to piss me off and probably stop. On the Carrera controller, also with the Scale Electric, they've both got a digital change button. Look at them all. Look at these dickheads up here. The Skyline decides to take a spin and everyone's like, get out of the way. Go. They're like kids. They're like little kids. And they are getting stuck because we've left the track outside and the track's hanging off. I'm going to show that in a tick. So every digital system has their own digital button. When you're driving these by yourself, you'll hold this button in, and when they go past their digital sensor, which is right here on this part of the track, it will then tell them to change lanes. So that's how you do the digital side of things. Now you're going to see a car will probably get jammed at the other end, almost. If you watch that back right-hand corner, see the blue car's jammed. The reason it's getting jammed is that piece of the track is actually hanging off the table, which is pulling the track apart internally, and it's actually jamming. So this track is too big for the table. So that's my fault there. Got one on sale. Hey, remember me? I do, mate. 120 is kind of expensive for a toy car like that in my eyes, but in the same time here is intuitive. Yeah, I know people, that's one debate I don't really get into, the pricing. I wouldn't call, it's a hobby. It's what you want to invest in it. And look, I love RC. I've got a shit ton of die-cast cars that I've spent way too much money on. You know, I just bought a new video game yesterday, which is Battlefield 6. That cost me 120 bucks. It all comes down to what you want to spend your money on. You know, you buy an RC car, a couple $100, I don't know. Every hobby is expensive, so I don't think, you know, it's, without me sounding rude, if you don't like the hobby, you won't buy it. If you do like it, you will. So this bit of the track here is hanging off. So if I lift it up, that will sort out this bit of the track. But unfortunately, it's been hanging for too long. So there you go, there's the digital. I'm going to stop the cars when they come around because they're being dickheads. That Skyline's an absolute pain in the ass. So what we're going to do is when they all come around, we're going to simulate a race, which is what we do on TikTok. I haven't done it for a while because I've been focusing on YouTube. And chat, this is where you guys get involved, and we'll finish off with this race. I need some tyre cleaner. To clean your tyres as well, this is a quick tip. Get yourself a lint roller. This has cost me €1.75. €1.75. You can't have $1 and €1, you idiot. 175 euros. So very cheap. You just roll the tyre over it, up and down, and it gets all the black stuff off it. So it makes it nice and clean. And you will get a lot of muck. Keep in mind that these tyres are, rubber synthetic, so they are going to pick up like a real race tyre. And after a while, whilst you're using it, depending on how cold the track is or how hot it is, it can also depend tyre wear. So yeah, the tyres won't last forever, but if you look after them, you'll get enough out of them. So this is what I class as a simulated digital race where we get involved without touching the cars. It's called Ghost Mode. It was a very big hit on TikTok, and last week I think we got 41,000 people who tuned in to watch, the race on and off, not all at once, but we had a massive viewing last week because I think people are interested in seeing how this race works. So chat, this is what's going to happen. Hold on a tick, got some questions. I have a 25-year-old Scale Electric. Hey, you remember me? Hold on a tick. I've lost the stream. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my phone to connect. It's just so I can see what people are saying. You remember me. I'm a big fan of Carrera Evo, best bang for buck. Hi, how are you? Hello Scott, how are you mate? I have some Carrera. So I'm going to quickly simulate a race. I know we don't have that many people in the chat. We are almost out of time anyways. So we'll finish off with this. I'm going to read out 6 numbers. That's going to be each number of the car, the actual car and the number, and they're all lined up randomly, and the speeds are a little bit random. So what's going to happen is I'm going to call out 6 numbers. You guys choose what number you hope wins the race, and then after we give it a couple of seconds for people to lock in their number in the chat, we then press start, and these cars will drive all by themselves. Now the simple rules are, I do a knockout race on YouTube. It gets a lot easier. The lane changes are where they're going to have their accidents. On the first lap, if there's a multi-car pile-up, I will do a yellow flag restart, so we actually have to get 1 clean lap, and then after that it's dog eat dog. If you come off, you're off. If you smash out, you smash out, and then once the race is in a rhythm, we do a 10-lap countdown. Very simple, a little bit of fun. Let's do it. I'm the policeman that what? Yeah, I know who you are, Helix. I know who you are. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Don't get shot again. Just don't get shot. All right, I'm going to read out the numbers. In position 1 is car number 5, the blue NASCAR. Position 2 is car 20, the red Mercedes. Position 3 is the blue Calsonic Skyline, which is car number 12. Position 4 is car 24, your yellow NASCAR. Position 5 is car 16, your orange KTM. And last but not least, position 6 is car 22, your red Skyline. Again, I don't know how many of these, how fast these guys are going to go, so choose it randomly and put your number in the chat. I'll give it another 10, 15 seconds. And then we will press start. Because I think I'm almost out of time, legends. All right, lock it in. Race has about to start. I'm going to stand over here and try and save the cars for the first lap. Good luck. Oh, one of the cars didn't start at all. So we've got a fairly clean start. We'll get the Skyline back in. Once these guys start doing some decent laps, we'll start counting it. Sorry about the Skyline, but he is definitely going to be overlapped. So in the lead at the moment, we have car number 16, followed by 5, 20, 24, and 12. And unfortunately, the Skyline had a bit of a rough start. So we're going to lose number 20, 22 in about 2 seconds. We're about to have an overtake here for the lead to overlap our Skyline. No, he's hanging on. So in the lead is car 16, followed by 20, 24, 5, and 12, and last but not least is 22. This is actually a really clean race. I don't know when it's going to stop. Oh, KTM is coming up to the last vehicle. So 10 laps to go. Let's count it down. That's lap 1. KTM has overtaken the car number 22. So Skyline, you are out. I am sorry. So it is 16. Oh, we've had a smash. Oh, we've had a smash. Hold on. Hold on. We might have a catch up here. Let me fix these guys. I'm going to let them go. Ready, set, go. Go, go, go. They're all now on the lead lap. Skyline is definitely out. So number 12 has been overtaken. 16 is still in the lead. I'm going to move 12 because he is holding up the pack. 12, you are out. So it's 16, 20, 24, and 5. We've got 7 laps to go. This one can go down to anybody. KTM is definitely holding on here. But we have the Mercedes. Car number 20 is chasing for first. It's very close. NASCAR 24 is in third, and NASCAR 5 is in fourth, trailing behind. That's lap number 5. 5 to go. Oh, they're slowing down. Oh, Mercedes is going for the overtake. 20 is now in the lead, followed by 16, 24, and number 5 is way behind. That was lap number 6. Can 20 hang on? Let's find out. So it's 20. So lap number 7, it's 20, 24, 16, and 5. 5 is definitely out of the race. 20 is starting to stretch his legs. Oh no, he's gone. That's lap number 8. I think we've got a clear winner here. 16 is coming back at 24. We've had a change for second and back to second. That's lap number 9, 2 laps to go. So it's 20, 16, and 24, and 5 is just driving his own race. Ding, 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 ding. That is the bell. Lap number 10. We're going to bring it home with car number 20. What a race. We're going to get an overtake as well. 5, you are out. And that is the race. First, second, and third. So the winner was car number 20, followed by 16, and then 24. And that's how we simulate a digital knockout race. How has it been? Been very, very good. Very, very good. Thank you. I mean 24, you're changing numbers as we go. So there you go, guys. Where's the Mazda speeds? I don't have one of those yet. Someone, good lick, good lick. So there you go, guys. Thank you again for watching the stream. I think that's a wrap. I do have to go and do some personal stuff now. Dad stuff, life stuff. I do go live regularly, so please tune in. Nice grass, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. And we will have a schedule coming up very soon for some digital racing like that, where I will have a date and time where people can tune in. If you are a subscriber, you might have a better chance of getting into the races yourself. If you are a member of the channel, you can actually have one of those cars during the race, and that will go towards points at the end of a season. So we'll see how we go. But take care, everyone. Be safe. I'm out of here. Bye. Ciao. Sayonara. Arigato.